Hey, what's up, man? Good evening, good morning, good night. Good day to all ladies, gentlemen. The trappers, trapettes, 9 to 5ers, the civilians, the street, everybody. This is Culture Headquarters, where we talk about everything in the culture, from fashion, music, streets, sports, just everything in pop culture. Here, welcome all. It's the first episode. Yeah, I said it. The first episode. And the topic for today, we're gonna talk about loyalty. We're gonna talk about loyalty. We're gonna talk about loyalty. And what's loyalty? But before we do that, let's give a shout out, to the sponsor of the show, the Rican Hippie. You know what I mean? Notch, what up, bro? First off, want to thank you and appreciate you, for giving me the opportunity, and the platform, and helping the brother out. And second of all, shout out me. I want to thank me. I want to thank me because I had the balls to do it. I could have been doing anything, but I bet on myself. So yeah, I want to thank me, and I thank y'all later once you become a supporter. But yeah, main topic of today is loyalty, but we ain't gonna get straight to it. We gonna slow walk it. Let's talk about some hip hop. Since this is Culture Headquarters, we're gonna talk about some hip hop. We're gonna see what's going on lately in the hip hop world. Let's see what's going on. We hear Jay-Z. Jay-Z doing Jay-Z's actually back outside. Doing a drama with all the Epstein stuff and the little rumors. Jay said, "Yeah, I'm back outside." Jay running it up, man. Jay gonna be what he doing 2 shows at Yankee Stadium. Yeah, Yankee Stadium. I hear you, Hov. I hear you, Jay. That's big, doing everything that's going on and the atmosphere with the rumors, Epstein, for him to actually say I'm stepping outside to do a show and to do it at Yankee Stadium. This is not just any show. This is a statement. This is legacy right here. And it's selling out. So for all the people that hate Jay-Z, I don't know what to say. And for all the people that like Jay-Z, hey, he's giving y'all something to keep talking about. Who else we have? Oh, before we move from Jay, he doing a Roots picnic too, which is fire. That's fire, so he gonna be in Philly, all the state property rumors, how Jay left him and did it wrong. Jay spinning back. He said, "Yo, hey, listen, I'm gonna pull up to your town." You know what I mean? You want to trap? He came to trap out of town real fast. Yeah. What else, Jay? Before we move on from Jay, me personally, I would like to see Jay do a show at Shea Stadium. You feel me? Because Nas just up one on him with the casino deal. When the dude from Queens threw a little shot at Jay. He said something about Queens get the money. Something to us that you could do your own research and see. I don't want to misquote anything, but yeah, I would definitely like to see Jay sell out Shea Stadium as well. You feel me? Just to show like, yeah, you know what I mean? For the culture, for hip hop, that would be something else to talk about. Let's see what else we got happening on the news with hip hop this week. We got Wu-Tang, the Legends back outside. The Legends Wu-Tang is back outside, they doing a tour actually, the farewell tour. They was announcing more dates of Wu-Tang farewell tour, and it's selling out and it's doing its thing. And to see Wu-Tang still moving and grooving and thriving like that is great. It's just to show people say there's no money in music, but if you understand, I just spoke about Jay-Z. Now I'm speaking about Wu-Tang. These people that's been in the game for over 30 plus years. So they've been at every level of the game, and they're still selling tickets. Like, they still have people supporting them. So for all the artists out there, and just keep making content, and just keep building a catalog, because if the people love it, they're gonna just go back to your catalog, and the catalog sells tickets, which sells merch, which sells shows, and that's basically the music business all in small couple of words. Let's see what else we got in hip hop this week. I see something about Kylie Jenner. Let me see. Where's this at? Okay, Kylie Jenner and Yeet. Kylie Jenner and Yeet is doing something musically. I don't know what it is. I didn't hear it yet. But, here at Culture Headquarters, they said speak about it. So I don't really have too much to say. But if Kylie got a nice little voice and she talking a little something, the culture might, they already accept her, you feel me? They already accept her, so she might go up a little more, and it might work for Yeet, far as, being mixed with a Jenner Kardashian. You know what they say about the little Jenner Kardashian curse? I mean, another person that's out right now, the baby, yeah, he popped back out. I like that song. Let's go. I like that song right there. She got the world in her hands. That's tough. I like that song. He back outside, and he actually he's not just performing. He creating his own platform to perform. His own festival. Hey, Notch, you see what the baby did? He created his own platform song, like what you doing with your show 420, man. For the 420 show, man. Shout out to Ricky Hippie, Hippie Fest 420, Brooklyn, Williamsburg, follow him on Instagram. All the links and everything will be below, for Culture Headquarters. For this episode, yeah, the Ricky Hippie, hey, listen, come on out, man. It's Culture Headquarters, man. Come out, come smoke 420. We're gonna have I'm not sure if he's headlining, I don't misquote me, but we're gonna have Fergie Baby doing this thing in the city right now. So yeah, come on, pop out. It's gonna be him and a few other artists. I'm not really sure of the names yet, but I know bro got a list, because bro loopy with this stuff. So yeah, what else before we leave hip hop this week? Bossman D-Lo, he dropped a song called Motion Party. They said that it was charting Billboard already, so that's what's up. Excuse me. That's a sponsor, actually. They calling in. They trying to get a sponsor. I don't even know who's gonna sponsor us next. Yeah, so right now, hip hop is, it's showing you three things with hip hop: longevity, ownership, and that the energy always gonna win. You know what I mean? So let's get to this next segment. This is World News segment. Now, it's Culture Headquarters, but we speak culture and we speak globally as well, too. As well as we have fun and we like to, stay in tune with the hip hop world and, pop culture. Just want to, broaden your horizons to see what's going on worldly, There's other things happening out here. First thing first, the economy is still under pressure. Price is still up. I just pay almost $4 for gas in New York City, which is unheard of. You feel me? I almost pay you $4 in gas in NYC, which is unheard of. Just 2-3 months ago, it was $2.97, no, like $2.65, something like that. So, yeah, prices are still going up. You know what I mean? But people are still spending money. You feel me? Prices going up, people still spending money. We got crazy things, with Trump and, Iran. The world is just in a little uproar right now. So, just try to keep your mental, try to stay focused and don't let everything get to you. Next, we're going to move on to what we got out here in the world globally. So I seen something on the news far as with AI. So the teachers was actually talking about AI for kindergartners and for the schools. So I'm not really too cool with giving the teachers or like the students AI, because AI have its gift and its curse, and at the same time your school is to go to learn and to get your mind stronger supposedly, but AI just gonna make that the opposite, because now you just think about AI like we cheat, everybody cheating in school, so now you're gonna give them AI. So I just don't understand how that's gonna work, and then it slowly push the teachers out the way for a job too. So AI has its gifts and AI has its curse. But yeah, I would like to know what y'all think about that AI technology being used to help teach the students in school. Yeah, that's that on worldly news. So now let's get to the main topic. Loyalty. Let's get to the main topic, which is loyalty. So I have a question for you guys, and I just want y'all to answer me this. Can you trust someone who cheats? Whether it's in business. Okay, let me rephrase that. Can you trust someone who cheats in a relationship? Can you? How you feel about that? That's what I want to know. Come on, I gotta guess. Come on, bro. Let's see what you gotta say.
I'm not a cheater. I never cheated in a relationship. I cheated one time. But that was because we was in a long-term relationship and we didn't talk for like close to 4 months. So I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I think it depends on the situation, bro, to be honest. I mean, I don't trust people regardless in life.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody starts at like -0 with me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Build that trust for me, you know what I mean? So it just depends on your point of view.
I'm just saying. So like, alright, so before we gonna break it down, we gonna give y'all some hip hop too. We gonna talk about we gonna talk about loyalty in hip hop and business. But right now, yeah, just like if a person cheats in a marriage, right, or cheat on a partner, whatever the sex is, whatever's going on, can you trust that person? Not you per se, but like, can you trust a person that cheats?
I think in general, no.
Yeah.
Just because you don't know what else they are capable of doing.
Right. Because I look at it like you might have somebody. For example. Yo, hold on, wait. Before I get to the example, it's a meme. It was a meme on Instagram where the little boy used to be like, "Damn, you do all this for the bros, but you lie to your girl." And she's like, so, but nah, just like, yeah, but if a person's married and they cheat, can you trust them? Morally, no. I see, me personally, I don't think that you could trust them, because you already lost. You already crossed out the person who you told God you wouldn't cross out. So how the fuck I'm gonna trust? Excuse me. How I'm gonna trust you? You feel me? Like I understand. I understand things happen. People fall out. You feel me? But to openly disrespect to your partner in front of somebody, that mean when I'm not around, you might be talking about me. Because this person gonna know everything about you. Everything. Like certain things that the guys from 100 years, that's your day ones, your day zeros. When you have a partner, people talk about that on pillow talk. So yeah, some people, if you pimping and all that, but if you confine in your, you have a significant other, y'all gonna talk about life, which is nothing wrong with that. But if you have a person that you showing off, this is my person that I chose for life. Like, this is my person. It ain't no maybes, it ain't no questions. Like, this is my person. And You broadcasting this person everywhere. You got social media now, so everybody see things. And you cheat. I don't really think you can trust that type of person that cheat like that, because there's some way down the line they're gonna do you wrong, because they done did this person, they done took vows to this person with the Most High. If I'm wrong, you know, I got it.
It's not that you wrong. It's just that sometimes life is life.
Yeah.
And I seen it. I'm old enough to have seen that situation where shorty was. Let's not even give it a gender. You know.
Yeah. We just
Nigga or man.
Yeah. Female. Yeah.
I seen them be with a partner for years and years and years, and then quote unquote cheat, but never ever you seen anything with the person that they cheated with, so they fell in love with that's their person. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so it's like some situations is just bugged out, bro. Life is just life, bro. So and I'll tell you, it took me to maybe just a couple weeks ago to learn that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was stubborn, you know what I mean? So, but I know it would hurt when it happens to you personally, when it's at your doorstep, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we could care less about war right now unless the building right across the street gets blown up right now, you know what I'm saying? Now we like, oh shit.
You don't care until you directly affect it. Yeah. No, but I get you. Morally, right? Morally, do morals count these days? I'm saying, like, shit. I'm saying, they say that, everything, everybody say, yeah, but, they do the opposite. Okay, so how can all right, how do you trust a person that's doing, you know what I mean? It's like eventually you're gonna do me wrong. You don't. Sometimes not.
Too, you lose them how you got it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or not to cut your wisdom, King. Let me ask another question. Or is it the respect? Because when you respect and you value something or someone, you don't do things to take it. You know what I'm saying? Because you value it. It's just like a friend that shows favoritism, or you playing with your toys, or you got your favorite sneakers, you value those, so you ain't gonna wear those in the rain. You feel me? These you don't really, you know what I mean, and you still might get fresh with these, though the cargo's on, but you don't really care too much about them.
So another scenario, right? We on the block. They not the ops, but we don't really fuck with them like that. You know what I'm saying? We moving our work, they moving their work, right? And I do some business with them, cause we both getting it, but they getting it too on that side of they on patching, we on Howard. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. What loyal? How do you see that? On that loyalty and moral side, like
it depends.
You just go and do business with them, nigga. Like they not the ops, but we don't fuck with them.
I'm saying it depends. Me, coach. All right, so I can't speak for me. Who I can speak for me, but culturally, like we speaking culture, because we got these YNs out here, even the OGs that's listening. We want to instill some real culture into them. You understand? Ain't gonna leave them wrong. Like when we grew up back in them days, it was, you understand? We knew who the grimy ones was, so to stay away from, because everybody knew how they give it up. You know what I mean? You knew who was who. Now you don't really know who. Everybody faking it out. But to get what you're saying, it all depends. If it was ever bloodshed and it was some ever drama, then yeah, that's funny. You know what's crazy? Even though we say it's funny, I know some people. I mean, niggas. They done clapped your man. You out here toasting bottles, like getting money, and but you know what I mean? They done clapped your man. Not saying like if you not promoting violence. I'm not promoting violence by not anything, but I'm saying like it's a certain type of respect. Like, bro, you know what I mean? Like,
if you don't stand for something,
you gonna fall for anything, and that's what I mean. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, you don't stand for,
Like,
or do it comes back to,
like growing up, like I was cool with, you know how I was in the hood. I
Yeah.
wasn't really that too much. I don't want to fight or nothing.
I would like
I
that.
was cool with niggas.
Mm-hmm.
So certain niggas cool definitely ain't like, but
Mm-hmm.
like cool with me. We either went to school together
Mm-hmm.
or we used to just play in the park or some shit
Mm-hmm.
when we was young. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
like, it's not that I don't fuck with you, bro.
Yeah.
I'll give you a dap in front of the nigga.
Yeah.
But we not going chit and chatter because I don't want my man thinking.
Yeah.
You telling that nigga where I hang out, who my bitch or something? I don't need that. I'm going to show you that I'm loyal. But I knew the nigga growing up, bro.
For yeah, right. Yo, you know what's crazy? You know what you is.
I'm giving him
That, yeah.
And Cole understood that part of the game too. You know,
Yeah,
Cole,
yeah.
He understood
Yeah.
that part of the game too. But if I see you alone, nigga,
Yeah.
out notch, I'm gonna whip your ass.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I had a situation like that before. You know, with like these dudes, like when they see me, not saying I'm tough. I don't know, it's cool, you know what I mean? It's a respect thing, you feel me? And when they seen certain, like, it wasn't nothing. But when they caught boy by himself, it was like, so like, yo, bro, y'all can't do that, boy. Like, because eventually there's gonna be a problem with us. So, like, you know what I mean? And then, you know, the streets do what the streets do. Yeah. So, far as with loyalty, right? Since we got that, yo. Alright, bet. Hold on, wait. Let me give you one more scenario before we move on from that, right? Nah, I really can't. I can't. It ain't gonna make no sense. It ain't gonna make no sense. So let's talk about loyalty in the in business. Let's talk about loyalty in business, and let me talk about musically. You know, is it a such thing as being too loyal? You think? Yeah.
Joel said it in the interview, and I thought that was probably like the smartest shit I ever heard from Joel. I hope this come out clear enough. You know what I'm saying? So we could really put this shit up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to fuck up the episode. You know what I'm saying? This is the first. You could leave it right there. No, you can say it right there where you are.
Yeah, it's the first
episode. Partners. What we were saying though, loyalty in business.
Yeah.
Could you be too loyal?
Yeah.
Joel said, "Don't be too loyal that you're disrespecting yourself." You know what I'm saying?
I felt that.
Yeah, like again, y'all gonna keep hearing this name. I'm gonna have to edit that. We grew up together, me and the host of this show. You know what I'm saying? We grew up together, so I'm gonna keep referring to Cole. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who I'm loyal to. You know what I mean? Even though he's not around right now, he's in another state and all that shit. But he always understood, don't ask me to do no stupid shit. Cause I'ma say no. I'm loyal to you, I'ma always be by your side. Whatever comes from it is cool. But if you asking me to do some dumb shit, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I think you can be too loyal to a fault. You know what I'm saying? So you should be more loyal to yourself than to any situation that you cling to. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see it.
Okay. No, I definitely understand. Definitely. But you know what, though? Well, I can understand it because I know the two, you know, and I know Cole. I think it was called Capricorn, right? Called Capricorn? Called Cap, yeah. Yeah, me and Cole got the same, you know, some. Cole, my boy. He, you know, Cole's always big bro, leader, you know, his leadership, you feel me? So, and he, you know, that's the thing about valuing and like knowing, like also got to know who you're dealing with. I don't think that because his love for you and, you know, his love and respect for you, he know, that's my brother. He would, you know, he want the best for you. He want the, you know, he's the type of friend that want the best for you. So he ain't gonna sink, you know what I mean? Now, if you on that type of time, you know what I mean? But he, you know, never presented himself like that. So let's talk about Jay and Dame real quick. No, we spoke about Jay earlier. We'll bring him back up. Do you feel like was it any unloyalty in that department of business, as far as musically with them, or the business wise with them guys? And if so, who was unloyal?
I think niggas gonna be surprised at my answer. I think Dame was more loyal in that situation, but to the fact of what we was just saying, he was loyal to a fault, and Hove was on the side of I'm more loyal to myself. So Dame was like, yo, I wanted to be Rockefeller forever, like ignorance is bliss type shit. Like, nigga, I just wanted to be. It's us, nigga. You see what we doing? But Hove is like, what we doing has a ceiling, and I'm trying to break that ceiling, and I gotta do it by myself. Okay. So I think Hove was more loyal to himself, but Dame was more loyal to that situation.
Okay. I think, I agree. I honestly think that Dame was loyal to a degree, and I think Hove was definitely loyal to him and himself, but I think it was played against each other, and the loyalty just fell. Just once the loyalty was tested, and the money and everything was really on the line, because everybody friends when you get money and when you good, but when now things is really getting tested and you trying to go one level and you're not aligning, then we have mixed match lines, crisscross lines and things like that. It's no more straight and arrow. And I actually like Dame. I like Dame. The culture love Dame, but Dame make the culture, he as men we all make mistakes. But Dame just too cocky, man. They pushed. I honestly feel like he's too cocky. He was very smart, but they pushed him out because he was too cocky, and they got the J. Oh man, he ain't never gonna be able to get him on up out of here, because you're not everything he went the right way. But I think Hove just had to distance himself to grow. He wouldn't be able to grow with Dame because of Dame mindset. So, the what is that? When they show him, when he's screaming on him about the Rockefeller jackets and stuff like that, I think that right there was his mark. He marked himself, because they was like, we ain't gonna have no black man, especially talking crazy like this. Like, nah, you feel me? Yeah, we getting money, but you ain't gonna be talking to us like this, and that gave him a bad rep. They was like, they marked him out. You ain't gonna be doing that.
I like that.
I like it. I like that his ownership and stuff, but sometimes the way he go about things is wrong. But he's a legend.
Walk around niggas like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Niggas that's just aggressive for no fucking reason,
yeah.
but they telling you the right thing.
Yeah.
They just aggressive with it, so you don't know how to take it. You like, why you all in my face?
Yeah.
I need you to fucking work hard.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? But these are niggas that's like just. I'm not saying he that type of person, but these are like no nonsense type of people. Like,
Yeah.
We don't got a second to waste out here, bro. You marked by the cops.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to take whatever money you should be getting. You just gotta get to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I fuck with them, but
yeah.
I understand the situation.
Yeah. Is when you really sit back and look at it, I don't really think it was no loyalty. I think on some parts, but as far as loyalty, I think that everybody was just at a point, just trying to get to the next level of surviving. Just really planting a mark. Okay, so let's as far as about let's talk about EPMD story is crazy. EPMD story is very, very crazy. Eric Sherman and Parrish, friends, records, royalties not getting distributed for the money, and then, house getting robbed and shots and all that, Long Island, it goes down in Long Island too. Yeah, I don't know why people get it twisted. Like it don't go down in Long Island. Like if you from New York City, or you'll know. But even with like them OGs, the money. Once the money start getting funny, the loyalty just show like what side I'm standing on. From going on stage and performing, armed robberies and things like that. Yeah.
It could show you that, but it also shows you that APMD situation. Like the money is root of all evil, but in multiple different ways. Like they went through all that shit, and then they dropped the album together called Back in Business. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we got to get back to the money. Even though I tried, whatever. Business is business. Like, that shit is scary sometimes, bro. Yeah. But that's America. That's capitalism.
Yeah. That's how hey yo, I don't want to get too deep, but I'm gonna drop a little. Business is business. That's what me and my girl was talking about Titanic and how they certain people that was on that boat was major people, and certain people that was supposed to be on that ship ain't get on it, because you know what I mean. But yeah, yes sir. So Let's talk about Dipset, man. They did their thing in the culture. Remind you, we still talking about loyalty in the game. We got a couple more groups or a couple rap subjects, rappers that we talk about per se. But right now we gonna talk about Dipset. I felt Dipset, Dipset, they made their mark, man. They gave everybody, they made their mark. They gave people good music. But I think to hear Jim say he don't get nothing off of Dipset, and he had to, get his own deal, and hit certain things. It's like, yeah, he pushed the movement, but was it really loyalty? Or was it I'm just using you? Like
between Jim and Cam?
Yeah. Because there's no way that money, that pie shouldn't be like Jim. Or Jim was a CEO like Cam. You feel me?
I think Jim owns some of the shit, you know what I'm saying? But that situation is mad different too, because them niggas almost grew up together, you know what I'm saying? So I think Jim was loyal to the situation for a long time until he started being loyal to himself.
After the okay.
Cause Cam already been through shit with like Undercover and Big, so he knew the business.
Yeah.
Jim just didn't understand the business.
So that's like your man's know the business. He ain't gonna put you on to the business, but he just got you right there to every way. It's like he kind of using you for real, using you for what you could be used for. When you put in sweat equity, you're supposed to get piece of the pie. You know what I mean? Whether it's 10%, something, because it's not always about the money. I know my brother got a family, or they got a family to feed. How I got a family to feed. I don't know, man. Just we never seen that with the Locks. We never seen that with the Locks. With that group, they always been a loyal group. Like you never had to question their loyalty. Like how we were bringing up certain, like even with G Unit, 50 Cent. The only person that really was loyal to him was Tony Yayo. And, even if 50 bullied some people a little bit, you know what I mean? He want to bully because he's the leader. But, the situation with him in the game, he helped the game. The game wasn't loyal, and, yeah.
But sometimes to me,
when
it comes to loyalty and people that, like, uphold that shit for real in their personal lives, you can't expect people to be you.
Yeah.
So you still making the choice to have certain people around you in your life. You know what I'm saying? You know this person. Yeah,
know who you dealing with. Rule number. Yeah.
Through them through bad shit, good shit, and indifferent. You know what I'm saying? So you shouldn't be surprised by nobody's actions. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's just a total stranger, whatever the case is. But still, you should have some expectation for that too.
Okay. Ah man, we might have to holler at y'all. You know what? Hold on, wait. We're definitely gonna holler at y'all with part two. This is just part one. You know what I mean? This is just part one. We definitely gonna holler at y'all with part two. But before we get up out of here, let's get to the drip of the week. You know what I mean? The drip of the week. Drum roll. Bing. White Air Force. And New York, Best Stop, Brooklyn, we call them ups. You know what I mean? Up stand for uptown. That's where they say you used to have to get them back in the day. I don't really know how true that is. I'm a 90s baby. Just know uptowns is the go-to. White ups is the drip of the week. And then we got the word of the week. Don't forget, I'm gonna hit you with the word of the week and the drip of the week every episode. Drip of the week is white ups. Weather's getting nice, get you some white ups. They go with everything. You know what I mean? And the word of the week is integrity. If you ain't got none, get you some. This is Culture Headquarters. This episode 1, this episode and this whole season of Culture Headquarters is sponsored to you by the Rican Hippie. 420 Hippie Fest, and it's uppy. You know what I mean? Yes, sir.